Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Yeah, we're joining here in Neuss. We're just taking a look at the situation as it is, and we can see that already a few people are waiting for the next carriage to bring them further along, maybe to this hotel here. A few people are getting on, a few people are getting off. Seems like these carriages are quite well booked. I don't understand fully like how it is that this can only transport 4 people, because it feels at least 2 people can sit in the back and maybe 4 or even 6 people can squeeze inside. But hey, I'm not making the rules. Certainly, the transportation situation here is developing quite nicely here in Neuss, and I want to just take a moment here in the beginning of the episode here to just check the status quo, take a few steps at like what is working, what is maybe not so working. For that, I will again turn on the overlays for things and just take a casual look here, how things are. So a few people are waiting here and there, but nothing too crazy. Nobody here at the outskirts waiting. So this feels pretty nice already. So let's take a look here at the station. Feels like also not that many people waiting here, only 10 people. That's quite fine. Then we shall take a look here in Vellberg at the situation as it is. How are people waiting here? Nobody here. This is the distribution one. And these ones also nobody waiting here. And at the station there seems to be quite a bit of demand for going to Neuss and also along the Brütli. So the question is, do we have to extend these lines to a second train soon? It seems like not yet maybe, but it's getting there. Let's go to Rheinfeld and check it out here. 3 people only here, so certainly not too problematic. And here in the city centers also the demand is still very manageable. How are the cities growing or something? Oh, target population plus 90%. 59. Because they're supplied very well with bread. They really should be growing. We get a little bit of, because of emissions now, we're getting some negative growth, but that's fair. More or less it's at 100. Vellberg has been growing also quite well now that we're supplying a little bit of fuel. 137. Neuss is certainly the biggest one, but it's slowly falling due to the emissions and we're not supplying anything. So the target is kind of lower. That's not ideal. What are we going to do with that? We have to think a way to supply machines or goods for it, maybe. I don't want the city to shrink necessarily. So let's just do quickly our tour, continue it. So the cities, more or less, I think there's no need to do anything. It feels fine. Let's take a look here. This feels fine because it's only short distance. They managed to transport it. 180 here. That feels like too much. Even is, yeah. Definitely it's too much. It's already spilling over, basically. So we're gonna build like a few cargo buildings here to the side to put the bread in, so that we have more storage here. Yeah, this line needs to be increased, the cargo Brütli line, which unfortunately is not very profitable at all. So this is terrible, but actually that's maybe misleading. Somehow it has like income, but so it has 3 kind of quarters because the game is ticking along very slowly. It loses 3 quarters here, like 3 times it loses money when it's using, and then 1 time it gets a lot of money. So I think overall it probably is profitable if I look at it from the overall perspective. If I imagine these 3 on top of each other, I think we're still making a small profit. But I think what could be a good way is to still edit this vehicle and put the stronger train on it. So we're gonna do that and then remove this one. And these box cars, they still are the best ones. Could we add more of them now? Probably. Let's add 2 more box cars even. I think that should be fine. And I'm also gonna clone it, just to be completely crazy. For that we don't need a bit more money. Is that enough money? No, because it's already spent for something. Or did I press repay? I'm not sure what I pressed. So let's go ahead and clone it. I'm gonna run it a tiny bit faster so that we progress. Yeah, I think that's gonna be needed to make things. But the problem is, like, this line is not thought about to be for, yeah, even this line here is just single track with some passings. So I think we're gonna make that cargo track here the first one of the existing ones that we're gonna upgrade to 2 tracks, because I just feel like we will need it. So let me just think. We have right hand traffic, so this should be the right lane if we're gonna keep that signal there. Does that mean we also will have a second bridge? Ooh, that depends on our finances, I guess. The bridge can be single track, that's technically not a problem. So let's go until here. Then here we have the delivery. So also here I think we don't need to have this curve for both tracks necessarily. I think we can have some sort of passing here that either way it can switch over. So right hand side, yeah, and then you can go in here, I guess, something like that. That should work out, right? I think so. So second bridge, I'm not so sure about that either. I think we're gonna firstly stick with just one bridge. So it will just have to suffice for now. So we'll go in here, and even this lead seems like it will not, well, we can expand it maybe already, who knows, like it's not that crazy, right? The terraforming costs kind of crazy probably. Let's say we do. Okay, here we left ourselves very little space to maneuver. So we'll have to adjust that. That's okay. So we'll go until here, then we'll just join back in here. So here we just go straight across, and then try to make a nice curve here, a bit crazy curve. Can you come out here to there, something like that, yeah. Probably that's fine. There we have the money for it. Okay. A few signals while we're at it. So let's follow the track here, like this. This. Here a handful, then probably right in front here, so that they know which one to take. Then here, probably here. So this one will be just without signals. Then this train is already on the wrong one. Does it already switch somewhere? Probably it switches at the bridge. So here another one. Here. Then right here before it joins back in. Okay, so that's already upgraded. So let's see if it switches correctly. It does. Good. I'm still confused about these indications here, why it says like 4404. If I click on editing this train here, it says 48 capacity, so something is wrong. It says like I guess because those two wagons were attached while it was already loaded, probably. I suspect when it now arrives, it might change that dedication and find out that it actually should be loading not bread, but whatever that is, like tomatoes. Yeah, it did. Very nice. And yeah, that second line will be very valuable. Okay, good. So this was just discovered here a little bit on the way. Assuming that the rest here is probably fine. Well, we can already see that there's some people waiting here as well. Kind of like gives me some indicator icons. Nice. Okay, so then let's do the next one. So here we have tools, and it seems like we have a lot of tools waiting here, way too many tools, even though we have a warehouse here. And this is such a short distance that this should really not be happening. Where are they going? Going through the interchange? Tool distribution. So I know you are the tool distribution, but where are you going to? Which station? Goethestraße. This one is up here. Okay. Yeah, this is just for picking up here. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, then we just need the tool distribution needs to have like a few more vehicles on it. So let's take a look at that. So the Vellberg tool distribution, 2 vehicles. Let's double it. I think it's probably gonna be okay because they're transporting very little. So that looks fine. Then the next up thing. Station here is now pretty full. The Neuss Vellberg Express line only has 1 on it, but it's not full actually. So even this one should not be completely full. Question is just if we want to use the new wagons maybe to give more capacity with the same amount of wagons. But right now it feels like we don't need to. Then let's take a look at the other stations here. So here we have quite a bit of oil lying around, but I think this transportation up here is going to be fine. That's not the limiting factor. We have a lot of fuel lying around here, but also this is only 1 train load or so of it. And you are on the oil line. Yeah, you bring in new oil. So this will also give you fuel. This is all fuel, also in these large containers here. Interesting. Okay, I feel like this is fine. What else industries we have? We have industries down here. They also look pretty, oh my god. Pretty heavily overloaded. Yeah, for sure. This one needs a lot of help. So this is the Neuss Locks and Planks harbor transfer. And here the question is if we not want to just build like a railway here. Because I feel like this solution is okay. It's not great. We also have way too many tools over here. This is also crazy. Neuss Locks shipment. Okay, let's firstly deal with that tool one because that's easy. The tool shipment has 1 ship on it. Make it a second one. Done. So then this stuff here, this needs more transportation. This is just not enough. So we probably will get like better vehicles eventually. So maybe then this is okay, or we just build like a small railway line. But if we expand the railway line and want to connect it to our network, then we have to kind of put like railway to Neuss. But anyway, we kind of would like this to be connected to the railway, because I would also love to transport stuff from up here down there. So maybe this anyway makes sense. Probably, yeah. Okay, so let's move that problem to the future, but even if it's in the future, I feel like we can probably still fix it by just buying a few more of them, because it's not really that expensive to buy them and just sell them later on, even if we end up doing that. So just increase it for now, it will be fine. Good, then we have here grains. This feels perfect. There's no problem here, I guess. Not sure what it means, like 93 out of 200 are shipped. How do I make it 200? I think the ships are there to ship them if they're there. Okay. Alright. So let's say we looked at the status quo of things, how things are going, and overall we did a few adjustments, but more or less things are going in line. The next biggest project for me would be to supply either of those 2 things to Neuss so that it's not shrinking. And also to supply woods from up here. But let's take a quick peek at what that entails. So we have machines and goods. I already know that goods will be a bit more involved because goods is up here and we require steel for that, and steel requires this here to be up and running, so this is a whole thing. So I'm already ruling out tools to some degree. Well, steel is also needed, unfortunately, for the machines. So either way we have to supply this here. That's a shame. That is a little bit of a shame. Well, the iron ore mine here is at least somewhat on the network, not in a good spot though, because kind of transporting it all the way around here just to get over here is not a good way. So the iron ore mine is the problem. There's another iron ore mine up here, and this is more in line. Like these three industries are kind of in line, except for this hill. Oh, actually that brings me up. Oh my god, I forgot this already last episode or two. I completely blanked a little bit because I was in OpenTTD, had the idea that you need some kind of tunnel tool or something. I thought tunnels are not invented yet. But no, you don't actually need to have a tunnel tool. You just drag it like this, and then you build a tunnel. And it's possible. Like, it's 2 million here. Okay. But you just build like a tunnel like this. And that's pretty easy. So it's easy actually to implement this here. I thought like, oh my god, this is gonna be a nightmare because we have to build like a super crazy tunnel and we don't have the technology yet. And then I looked at this road and I was imagining like, how does a little carriage bring it up here, like through this thick forest? Can you imagine like bringing the small carriage 3 barrels of oil down this hill like crazy? But no, tunnels are totally possible. Tunnels are absolutely no problem here, so we can easily connect this. It's just a matter of money. So 2 million is not nothing, but it's also not that much. We're making that money as I'm talking here passively quite easily. So that's all good. But that doesn't bring us closer to the resolution. So I feel like we definitely want to have Neuss be supplied with some stuff because I don't want it to shrink. So let's leave it at that, and we'll get steel rolling just to get probably next up Rheinfeld-Holstein machines working, because then yeah, wood we already have here, and we can probably easily transport up here by boat, at least some portion of it, even though this line is already quite good to supply stuff. Okay, yeah. So how do we do that? So firstly, we can deliver the raw resources before we implement anything with the steel. So that also, like this tunnel revelation actually kind of reminds me then that we can also build a tunnel technically here that would directly connect it to that mine here, instead of going around here. That could be interesting. So let me just spot like, okay, here already is some good elevation here, so we probably want to have the tunnel kind of on this height. And if we went through here in like the way I kind of imagine it would be, it's at least like this way, right? So we're digging kind of really deep here. It would be really nice to also do a first person view here. So 2.5 million, something like that I saw. So this already is kind of what we have in the bank, so it's not a problem at all. Maybe we'll place it a little bit off here so that we have some time to do some routing, like here as well. So 2 million, does that look good? It's kind of an elevated plateau here, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, it's like one of the biggest investment decisions we have to make here in this game yet, so let's carefully value our option. Does that look like it's something that we want to have here? It's a little bit down from the factory, but we can easily get up there. Oh my god, look, there's like some animal here. Look, what is it? Like a fox, you saw? It clipped through the thing. Yeah, I think this is the future. Tunnels are the future. Our our engineers from the OpenTTD games are also in action here. All right, we'll do it. There we go. All right, it's spent. The money is spent. We have a huge tunnel now. Crazy. Okay, so steel will also have to be brought up here. So we'll have to have some sort of through station. That's fine. A cargo station like that will be perfect. Maybe we'll put it over here. It's kind of a good area, it's a good spot. We have to kind of cross it twice, which I don't like. We have to cross the road twice, kind of. One time to go here, and then like another time to go here maybe. So maybe it's better to put it on next to the thing here. Although that's proven also a little bit uneven terrain. What about the back side of it? If I put it here on the back side, would that work somewhere? I guess technically it would be okay. Kind of like it more in the front here. Maybe I'll put it here. Yeah. Okay. I have the money now. It's sort of okay. We'll place it. Could have made it shorter. 160 is obviously not necessary. At least not now. Okay, it's a little bit down from the factory itself. That's fine. We will just put some connection here, a little bit parallel maybe. Yeah, sort of parallel. It's a little bit curved because I didn't take out the curve tool. That's okay. Okay, this is not ideal, but it's kind of like how it's built. Okay, spending a bit of money on unnecessary terraforming, but just have to make it a little bit nice. So let's just see about this connection there then. This should be pretty straightforward, yeah, just like that. But we need a bit of money, so let's play the game a bit faster. There we go. So this is fine. And then here we have another station that's needed. That will be probably also fairly easy because there's lots of good spaces here for it. Does it need to be a through station? No, not at all. This will only supply into one direction because it's the only place where we want to do stuff with. So we'll probably place it somewhere here, leaving a little bit of space maybe for some stuff. Maybe we could also place it back here. Let me just rotate that over. Yeah, terraform is a bit the issue, but actually here it would look even better, I think. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, place it here. That just means we have to build also some road connection so that it's actually connected to that factory. Okay, more or less. Yeah, that's fine. So it will then connect also up to our network over here. That's the goal, so that at least we have one connection to our network, so I don't have to build a new stuff. And we'll follow more or less that road, I guess. So let's firstly deal with that. Kind of get onto a parallel to that road. More or less. It's not needed to be 100% parallel, but this is also digging in a bit too much for my tasting. So we'll build it in like smaller segments, that the natural pathway of that road kind of works out. Yeah, now aiming straight next to that tree so that we can maybe keep it. Now aiming straight at our existing infrastructure here, and here we'll do a nice T-junction somewhere. So we need to cross over here, that's the problem. Probably twice even. Just want to go left and right. That's okay. Come on, for Christ's sake. The other way. Okay, let's firstly do out a little bit here. And then from there, I want to join in here like that. Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is more for maintenance, it doesn't need to be high speed. This is more that we can actually get trains on the track and so on. So this can be a little bit low speed, it's fine. Yeah, that's all good. And now we have to connect this one up. And for that we just also, or maybe put it a little bit low here. That looks crazy. But okay, it looks also cool to some degree. Menacing. Okay, so we definitely need to get onto that one. That's the construction not possible. Because I probably clicked on it, not at the end. Yeah, that's a little bit something happened a few times with this game. Yeah, this is fine. They don't need to be high speed here on getting in and out of here. If we can make it like 50, that would be perfect. Just so that we can have like this junction here. It's quite okay-ish. It's looking a little bit sketchy, but we'll fill that in to some degree. That at least it looks like a little bit more natural. Yeah, I think this is probably okay. Well, here we also dug in quite deep, so we'll move a little bit of that stuff out of the way. Kind of preserving the nature, but at the same time, you know, it should be looking at least a little bit realistic. You're obviously limited with these games a little bit, but this looks pretty damn good. I like it. Okay. Yeah. So then, what is the minimal signaling we need to make this successful? Well, I guess we'll slap a signal here and here and call it a day. Because that should work. Because on this track for now at least there will be one exact train. Alright. And we'll pull it out of this trusty thing. Guess it's because what, the lock was still locked in here? Yeah, it was. It's weird. Okay, what do we need to transport? We need to transport, what was it? Some ore? Yeah, one of those two. Coal, I guess. Yeah, it was coal, I think. So I think here we have literally only one option. Yes. Which is the gondola. Okay, how much do we have? It needs to go uphill a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe that's fine. I think it's probably okay. Okay, we did not create a line yet. So it will be from here to there. And that's where we will put that thing. So put that on the new line. Can you go? Yeah. And this will be the... Well, let's take a look here. This is Rheinfeld, it's called. Okay, and this one is also in Rheinfeld. Okay, so this is the Rheinfeld coal transport. Okay. So nice, we're rushing it up here. Let's take a ride along with it. Let's take a look here at that station. Does it already have some coal here for us? We should probably tell that station also to that route also to full load. I think there's really no excuse to ever leave early, because this always just produces, and it also, I see it produces 400. So our options here are quite good to put a second train on the route pretty much immediately, except for the signaling. See about that. How quickly we can extract coal and... Okay, again, like I don't know why. This happened in some previous episode as well, where we for some reason just went to the next station. I don't know what's up with that. Probably we should also consider expanding storage facilities here. Probably. we don't have so many. So let's get rid of that tiny little station house here. Let's put like a large main building here for craziness sake. We did a little bit of terraforming for that probably to fit in. Yes. Yeah, no, that's a bit much terraforming, but that's okay. And then maybe we can create like a little access road also back here, so that you know how to get to this parking lot or what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is fine. Now we have like enough storage for at least 200. That's half of the production of this thing. Is the train coming back already? Yeah, just wanted to take the tunnel, and I want to also take the tunnel. Okay, looks crazy actually in first person. To go through such a long, straight tunnel. It's also suspiciously well lit, to be honest. I mean, we have some lights here, I give you that, but hey. Usually in these tunnels it's crazy dark. And here it's very, very light. So maybe there's like a little bit of realism lost on this game, but hey. It's also very straight here at the edges, while the tunnel entrance is like curved. It's also maybe not quite realistic, but who knows. But yeah, we're going up to the mine, and that should already hopefully be producing stuff. Maybe not. It's like a bit lazy about that. Yeah, maybe it just starts producing once the train comes here for the first time. I wonder by what logic it decides to go to the end station for the first time. It makes not so much sense in my book, but I'm not sure. So it should get coal. Yeah, it already knows that it should get coal. And this doesn't need to have anything brought to it. Yeah. Maybe we'll just produce it a bit. Let's fast forward a bit here. Come on, produce something. Yeah, I'm working on the shipment. Okay, just produce something. Where is it? Where did it go? Maybe it just needs some time. This should be good to go. Huh. It's not here on the station. The station is connected, right? It's not. How is it not connected? Wait a second. So usually when you click on it, it lights white. This one does not. Why? Usually through the road network here it's connected up, but hey, I don't know. Ooh, that would be very bad. If I had to reconstruct all of this nonsense. We cannot get out of here, right? Like through here somehow? Maybe there's these smaller paths, can they fit? I think not. Maybe. If we could do that, like that would be okay. Maybe we can salvage this. Okay, they are connected right now. Oh, that connected them. Look at that. They were just, the road connection like has to be very tight. I have to remember that this is the entrance. It needs to be close to the entrance. Okay, good that we saw, but now it's loading. That is perfect. Okay, really nice. So before we end the episode, I want to just then, do we want to have even a second train here on this network? Like maybe one train will be more than enough because it will be back and forth super quick, even though this is producing quite a lot of stuff. I think it will probably be okay. Let's see. Okay, nice. Off we are. So then that'll be that. Let's take a look up here from the hill. There's no good spots here. How would a mountain climber be up here? Maybe up here? Very steep faces to climb here. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a challenge to see the track. Maybe here, yeah. Like if you were up here hiking, you can take a look here at the train as it heads down the tunnel, and maybe if you just run over here. Can you see the other side? No, not much. Maybe a little bit here through trees. If you go down here, would be quite steep to go down there, but hey. Yeah, then you can see like the next curvature here, looking out. What a beautiful sight here. Oh yes, I can hear the steam. Yeah, it's chugging along. Alright, thank you very much for watching the episode, and hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time to continue this.